Hello and welcome everybody from Munich, from Germany. Behind me you can see one of the most famous and one of the oldest beer halls of the city. It was founded in 1589 by Duke of Bavaria, Wilhelm V, and first it was a brewery to the royal residence, which was situated just around the corner from where the current beer hall is standing. Well, it became a very famous brewery right that time in the 16th century because Heimer Pongratz was a very good brewer. He was the first brewer of this beer hall, and he used only natural ingredients. Well, the Bavarian beer purity law, which is called in German Bayerische Reinheitsgebot, was already defining which ingredients can be used during the brewing process. Barley, water and hops, these were the ingredients, and this law was very serious. Most of the people who tried to make some fake beer, they were punished by penalties. Their stuff was also confiscated, so they couldn't sell those fake beers anymore. So yeah, this Hofbräuhaus is very famous. It has many stories, which I will tell you now. The Bavarian beer purity law was established in 1516 and also set the price of the beer depending on the season and depending on the type of the beer. In 1612, Heimer Pongratz's successor, Elias Pichler, the second brewer of Hofbräuhaus, was put under pressure to make a stronger beer, and he did it. That stronger beer was called Maibock. And my first interesting story is about this strong beer, which actually saved the city of Munich from annihilation. So what happened? During the 30 Years' War, the Swedish king Gustavus Adolphus attacked Bavaria, and he was already here at the city of Munich, and he threatened that he will burn the city to the grounds, but fortunately he could make a deal with the citizens and with the Duke. So 600,000 barrels of this strong beer of Hofbräuhaus was given to the Swedish king, and well, he said he will leave with peace because of this deal. So yeah, this is how Munich was saved, with 600,000 barrels of beer. Only the main beer hall, called Schwemme, survived the bombings of the Second World War. All other rooms were destroyed, but it was reconstructed after the war, and in 1958 the festival hall was inaugurated during a ceremony, and well, since then Hofbräuhaus can be visited, and it looks like the original building. This beer hall also has a song, the Hofbräuhaus lied, the Hofbräuhaus song, composed in 1935 by Wilhelm Viga Gabriel, and it is in München steht ein Hofbräuhaus, ein, zwei, Xufa. This means that there is a Hofbräuhaus in Munich, 1, 2, down the hatch. So when the band is singing this song, then everybody needs to drink his or her beer. So yeah, this is like a local tradition since then. Well, I need to change my place all the time to make these recordings, because there are so many tourists and many tourist groups, and usually they're also staring at me and coming very close to me, so it's a little bit disturbing and not easy task to do my vlog in this place, but well, I think I will manage it. Another interesting story is that Lenin was living in Munich before the First World War, and he was drinking beer many times here in Hofbräuhaus. Locals saw him many times. In the February of 1920, on the third floor of Hofbräuhaus in the festival hall, which is called in German Festsaal, the first gathering of the National Socialist and Adolf Hitler took place. This was their very first meeting. On the 24th February of 1920, Adolf Hitler announced the program of the Nazi party here at the Hofbräuhaus. He was back at that time propaganda chief of the party, and he held his speech in front of 2,000 people, and at that time the party was still small. But 1 year later, the party was much bigger, much larger, and on the 29th July of 1921, he was elected as the Führer, as the leader of the Nazi party at the same place, at the Hofbräuhaus. So yeah, we can unofficially call as the headquarters of the Nazi party, or as a place of the big speeches of the Nazi party. The Sturmabteilung was a Nazi street fighting paramilitary organization which helped the Nazis to get power in Germany. So this organization was established also here in the Hofbräuhaus on the 4th November of 1921. The popularity of the Hofbräuhaus increased after the Second World War, when American soldiers brought home many beer mugs with the logo of HB, of Hofbräuhaus, and well, not just because of this, of course, but it was a demand to construct Hofbräuhaus also outside of Germany, and the first one was built in Genoa in Italy. So let's go inside and discover this amazing beer hall, which has traditional Bavarian murals and paintings. It's absolutely amazingly decorated, so I think it's also advisable to go inside if you don't even want to drink a beer. If you are a non-alcoholist, I think it's a good idea to discover this beer hall. So yeah, let's get started. As I mentioned, the brewery was first constructed to the royal residence, and that's the reason that we can see a crown in the logo of the Hofbräuhaus. will add now some old recordings which I made by phone, so these are not high quality, but still represent the vibe of the Hofbräuhaus, so I hope that you will enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel if you didn't do it yet. It's very important to push on the bell icon because this is how you get notified about new content.